So chemical change bring change in the chemical properties of matter and we get new substance. A chemical change is also called a chemical reaction. During burning of a candle, both physical and chemical changes takes place. So if a question is asked to you, write points of difference between physical and chemical change, you write like this. A physical change is a temporary change, while a chemical change is a permanent change. In physical change, no new substances are formed. In a chemical change, new substances are formed. In a physical change, it is reversible change. A chemical change is irreversible change. Example of physical change are melting of ice. Example of chemical changes are conversion of milk into curd, burning of wood. Any activity which is related to burning is an example of a chemical change. Now, what are the types of pure substance? On the basis of the chemical composition, substances can be classified either as elements or compounds. Let us see about elements. Robert Boyle was the first chemist to use the term element in 1661. Anthony Laurent Lavoisier, a French chemist, was the first to establish an experimentally useful definition of an element. He defined element as the basic form of matter that cannot be broken down into simpler substances by chemical reaction. Elements can normally be divided into metals, non-metals and metalloids. Metals usually show some or all the following properties. Now let us see the physical properties of metal. First one, they have luster. Luster means shine. They have silvery gray or golden yellow color. They conduct heat and electricity. They are ductile, means can be drawn into thin wires. They are malleable, can be hammered into sheets. They are sonorous in nature, that means make a ringing sound when hit. Examples of metals are gold, silver, copper, iron, sodium, potassium, etc. Mercury is the only metal that is liquid at room temperature. Now, non-metals. Non-metals usually show some or all the following properties. They display a variety of colors. They are poor conductors of heat and electricity. They are not lustrous, sonorous, or malleable. Examples of non-metals are hydrogen, oxygen, iodine, carbon, bromine, chlorine, etc. Some elements have intermediate properties between those of metals and non-metals. They are called metalloids. Examples are boron, silicon, germanium, etc. More to know. The number of elements known at present are more than 118. 92 elements are naturally occurring and the rest are man-made. Majority of the elements are solid. 11 elements are gaseous state at room temperature. The two elements are liquid at room temperature, that is mercury and bromine. Elements gallium and cesium become liquid at room temperature slightly above room temperature. Now what is a compound? A compound is a substance composed of two or more elements chemically combined with one another in a fixed proportion. What do we get when two or more elements are combined? See activity 2.10. Divide the class into two groups. Give 5 grams of iron filings and 3 grams of sulfur powder in a china dish to both the groups. Group 1, mix and crush iron filings and sulfur powder. Group 2, mix and crush iron filings and sulfur powder. Heat the mixture strongly till red hot. Remove from the flame and let the mixture cool. Group first and second, check for magnetism in the material obtained. Bring a magnet near the material and check if the material is attracted towards the magnet. Compare the texture and color of the material obtained by the group. Add carbon disulfide to one of the part of the material obtained. Stir well and filter. Add dilute sulfuric acid or dilute hydrochloric acid to the other part of the material obtained. Perform all the above steps with both elements iron and sulfur separately. The gas obtained by group 1 is hydrogen. It is colorless, odorless and combustible. It is not advised to do combustion test for hydrogen in the class. The gas obtained by group 2 is hydrogen sulfide. It is colorless gas with the smell of rotten eggs. You must have observed that the products obtained by both the groups show different properties. Though the starting material were the same, group 1 has carried out the activity involving a physical change, whereas in case of group 2 a chemical change has taken place. The material obtained by group 1 is a mixture of two substances. The substances given are elements iron and sulfur. The properties of mixture are the same as that of its constituents. The material obtained by group 2 is a compound. On heating the two elements strongly, we get a compound which has totally different properties compared to the combining elements. The composition of a compound is the same throughout. We can also observe that the texture and the color of the compound are the same throughout. Thus, we can summarize the physical and chemical nature of matter in the following graphical organization. Before doing that, let us see the difference between mixture and compound. Mixtures. First point, elements or compounds just mix together to form a new mixtures. First point, elements or compounds just mix together to form a mixture and no new compound is formed. Compound. First point, elements react to form a new compound. Second point of mixture, a mixture has a variable composition. Second point of compound, the composition of new substance is always fixed. Third point of a mixture shows the properties of constituent substances. Third point of mixture, the new substance has totally different properties. Fourth point, the constituents can be separated fairly easily by physical methods. And fourth point over here of compound, the constituents can be separated only by chemical or electrochemical reactions. Now let us see this graphical representation. Matter can be divided into pure substance and mixtures. Pure substance can again be divided into elements and compounds. If a question is asked to write points of difference between elements and compounds, you write first point like this: elements cannot be broken down into simpler substances. First point. In compound, first point, compounds have fixed composition, can be broken down into elements by chemical or electrochemical reaction. Now, examples of elements are copper, oxygen, iron, hydrogen, mercury, etc.